Welcome to the final segment of the MDDC Awards Contest. I'm Rebecca Snyder, Executive Director of the Maryland-Delaware DC Press Association. All this week, we have celebrated the winners and nominees for awards in design, revenue generation, events, videos, features, and so much more. Looking at the categories in our contest, I am reminded how diverse and wide-ranging our news media members are. Each of you is pushing the boundaries of in-person, print, digital, and mobile platforms to bring your communities critical news, information about businesses in their area, and fun features to surprise and delight. As our platforms change, news media professionals are there, doing what we've always done best, reflecting our communities and helping the public make sense of the world around us. Today is the last segment of our program, and I hope that you have taken a moment to watch our previous segments. If you haven't, you're missing out. After this broadcast, we'll post a full list of winners on our website, mddcpress.com. You'll also learn about many of our nominees at our podcast, 5 Dubs. I'll be adding more interviews with our nominees shortly. Today, we'll focus on news and beat reporting and award our prizes for High School Journalist of the Year, Courage in Journalism, and our overall award, News Organization of the Year. I'm glad you're here. Let's get started. Hello and welcome to the last segment of MDDC's awards program. Today, we're going to be highlighting the winner of the High School Journalist of the Year award, as well as focusing on our news and beat reporting nominees and categories. We'll also announce our Courage in Journalism Award and end our session with our top prize of News Organization of the Year. Let's get started. First, thank you to our sponsors, Ask CRM, Stevenson Online, and Friends to Follow. And thank you to the MDDC Board of Directors. Our president this year is Chris Gunty of the Catholic Review, and he has led this stalwart group of 15 individuals who guide and lead the association on behalf of its membership. Thank you all for your leadership and dedication to our organization. And now, let's meet our nominees for the Michael S. Powell High School Journalist of the Year Award. Joe Levtov of Springbrook High School in Silver Spring is our first nominee. His advisor, Carly Glass, writes, Joel is dedicated to his role as co-editor-in-chief and is dedicated to his own efforts as a journalist. He constantly strives to find topics that challenge him, which require him to investigate, interview, and research, while also ensuring that the content is relevant to his peers and high school audience. He has a drive for perfection in his writing and is endlessly committed to drafting, revising, and revising again. Our second nominee is John Messenger of the Heights School in Potomac, Maryland. Here's what Justin Meyer, John's advisor, had to say about him. In his senior year, John has been the single driving force as editor-in-chief of the Cavalier. We simply would not have published any issues without his hard work. He has come in multiple weekend days and worked countless hours in his dedication to our school newspaper. He has edited just about every article this year and has helped immensely with the layout. The whole look of the paper has been determined by John, and the feedback from students and teachers alike has been nothing but positive. Our third nominee is Justin Robertson of the Glen Elg High School in Glen Elg, Maryland. Sarah Jansen, advisor to the student newspaper, writes that Justin, as editor-in-chief, takes great initiative in improving the journalism program, revising the process for edits and posting on the website. As a writer, he goes to great lengths to improve his abilities and seeks outside assistance when needed. He has been innovative, developing podcasts and a quick read section of the paper. His attitude is one of teamwork and collaboration, indicating clearly that his maturity and grace are unique among members of his generation. Congratulations to all our nominees, and we wish you the best as you seek out journalism majors and expertise in the coming years. Now, the winner of our High School Journalist of the Year Award will receive a check for $1,500 to use as a scholarship award for the college of his choice. Our winner is Joe Levtov of Springbrook High School in Silver Spring, Maryland. Congratulations. Now let's get to our categories for our contest. Our first section is news, and our first and only section is news and beat reporting. The first category within the section is breaking news. In Division A, the winners are the staff of the Baltimore Sun, sweeping the category. In Division B, the winners are Alex Mann and Jessica Anderson of the Capitol in second place, and their colleague Brooks DuBose of the Capitol in first. In Division C, Adam Bednar, Heather Coben, Tim Curtis, and Brian Sears do a doubleheader and win both first and second prizes. In Division D, Erica Butler of the Aegis places first. In Division E, the staff of the Cape Gazette wins second prize, and the staff of the Dundalk Eagle place first. In Division F, Doug Bishop of the Bay Times snags second place, and Tony Windsor of the Laurel Star wins first. In Division O, the winners are Ethan McLeod of the Baltimore Fishbowl and Fern Shen of the Baltimore Brew in first place. And the first Best in Show of the day goes to Erica Butler of the Aegis for President of Klein's ShopRite and 7-year-old boy killed in multi-vehicle crash in Harford County. Congratulations, Erica. Our next category is General News Story. In Division A, the winners are Tim Prudente, Jessica Anderson, and Doug Donovan of the Baltimore Sun in second place, and Brittany Horn of the News Journal in first place. In Division B, Erica Riley of the Frederick News Post wins second prize, and Alex Mann of the Capitol places first. In Division C, the winners are Katie Tabling of the Cecil Whig in second place, and Steve Lash of the Daily Record in first place. In Division D, Jess Nocera of the Laurel Leader places second, and S. Wayne Carter Jr. and Erica Butler of the Aegis place first. In Division E, Denny Howarth of the Cape Gazette places second, and her colleague, Ellen Driscoll, places first. In Division F, the winners are Lynn Schofer of the Seaford Star in second place, and Dan DeVillio of the Kent County News in first. In Division O, the winners are Lizzie Kane and Joe Giordano of the Baltimore Brew in second place, and Hannah Gaskell of the Capitol News Service in first place. And the Best of Show for General News Story goes to Brittany Horn of the News Journal for the final days of Laura and Walton. Our next category is continuing coverage. In Division A, the winners are Xerxes Wilson and Brittany Horn of the News Journal in second place, and the staff of the Baltimore Sun in first. In Division B, the winners are Rachel Pacella, Olivia Sanchez, and Chase Cook of the Capitol in second place, and the staff of the Frederick News Post in first place. In Division C, John Kelvey and Alex Mann of the Carroll County Times placed second, and Jeffrey Alderton, Greg Larry, and Teresa McMinn placed first for the Cumberland Times. In Division D, the winners are Cody Boatler of the Towson Times in second place, and first place goes to Erica Butler of the Aegis. In Division E, the winners are Ron MacArthur of the Cape Gazette in second place, and first place goes to Jess Nocera of the Howard County Times. In Division F, the winners are Kathleen Stubbs of the Montgomery County Sentinel in second place, and Holden Weiland of the Baltimore Business Journal in first place. In Division O, the winners are Josh Kurtz, Danielle Gaines, and Bruce DePutt of Maryland Matters in second place, and Brandon Weigel and Ethan McLeod of the Baltimore Fishbowl in first. Our Division S winner is Jeffrey Anderson of District Dig. And the best of show for continuing coverage goes to the staff of the Baltimore Sun for Healthy Holly and University of Maryland Medical System investigation. In the category of investigative reporting in Division A, the winners are Doug Donovan, Jeff Barker, and Pamela Wood of the Baltimore Sun in second place, and the staff of the Baltimore Sun in first place. In Division B, the winners are Alex Mann of the Capitol in second place, and Heather Mongilio of the Frederick News Post in first place. In Division C, the winners are B. Ray Perryman of the Cecil Whig in second place, and John Kelvey of the Carroll County Times in first place. In Division D, Kevin Leonard of the Laurel Leader places first. In Division E, Melissa Steele of the Cape Gazette wins second prize, and Brent Kennedy of the Howard County Times wins first. In Division F, the winners are Dan DeVillio of the Kent County News in second place, and Melody Simmons of the Baltimore Business Journal in first. In Division O, the winners are Mark Reuter and Fern Shen of the Baltimore Brew in second place, and Natalie Jones of the Capital News Service in first place. In Division F, first place goes to Jeffrey Anderson of the District Dig. And the best of show for investigative reporting goes to Melody Simmons of the Baltimore Business Journal for Saving Harbor Place. If you want to learn more about Melody's work in Saving Harbor Place, you can listen to our podcast where we go in depth with Melody about her investigation. Our next category is Local Government, Division A. The winners are Christine Jedra of the News Journal in second place, and Esteban Parra, also of the News Journal, in first place. In Division B, the winners are Olivia Sanchez of the Capitol in second place, and Katrina Pereira of the Frederick News Post in first place. In Division C, Adam Bednar of the Daily Record wins second prize, and Craig Anderson of the Delaware State News wins first. In Division D, the winners are Christine Condon of the Laurel Leader in second place, and Erica Butler of the Aegis in first place. In Division E, the winners are Taylor DeVille of the Enterprise in second place, and Jonathan Capriel and Daniel Cernovich in first place. In Division F, the winners are Holden Weiland of the Baltimore Business Journal in second place, and Melody Simmons of the Baltimore Business Journal in first. In Division O, the winners are Mark Reuter, David Plimmer, and Jeff Singer of the Baltimore Brew in second place, and their colleagues, Mark Reuter and Fern Shen, in first. In Division F, Jeffrey Anderson of District Dig wins first prize. And the best of show for local government goes to Mark Reuter and Fern Shen of the Baltimore Brew for a mayor, a house, contractors, and a web of self-dealing power and influence in Baltimore. Our next category is state government. In Division A, the winners are Doug Donovan and Jeff Barker of the Baltimore Sun in second place, and Xerxes Wilson and Joanne Kwang in first place from the News Journal. In Division B, Olivia Sanchez of the Capitol snags first place. In Division C, the winners are Brian Sears of the Daily Record in second place, and his colleague, Heather Coben, in first. In Division D, Erica Butler of the Aegis brings it home with the first place. In Division E, the winners are Len Lazarick of the Business Monthly in second place, and Melissa Steele of the Cape Gazette in first. In Division F, the winners are Trish McGee of the Kent County News in second place, and Jose Umania of the Prince George's Sentinel in first. And the best of show for state government goes to Xerxes Wilson and Joanne Kwang of the News Journal for Delaware's outdated property tax system. Our next category is public service. In Division A, the winners are Jared Whalen and Maddie Lauria of the News Journal in second place, and Justin Fenton of the Baltimore Sun in first. In Division B, the winners are Olivia Sanchez of the Capitol for second place, and Heather Mongilio of the Frederick News Post in first place. In Division C, Matthew Prensky of the Daily Times wins second prize, and Mary Grace Keller of the Carroll County Times wins first. In Division E, the winners are Chris Flood of the Cape Gazette in second place, and his colleague Denny Howarth in first. In Division F, Daniel Kuchin Jr. of the Montgomery County Sentinel places second, and his colleague Kathleen Stubbs places first. In Division O, the winners are Charlie Hayward of the Maryland Reporter in second place, and Mark Reuter, Fern Shen, and David Plimmer of Baltimore Brew in first place. And the best of show goes to Mark Reuter, Fern Shen, and David Plimmer of the Baltimore Brew for seeking transparency, reform, and healing. Critics assail Baltimore police gag orders. Congratulations. Our next category is our wild card category, which changes every year. This year, the topic is immigration in communities. In Division A, the winners are Natalia Alamadari of the News Journal in second place, and Jeff Barker and Thalia Juarez of the Baltimore Sun in first place. In Division B, Steve Bonnell, Jeremy Arias, and Cameron Dodd of the Frederick News Post win first prize. In Division C, the winners are Louis Krause of the Daily Record in second place, and Lucas Gonzalez of the Daily Times in first place. In Division D, the winner is Paul McMillan of the Catholic Review in first place. In Division E, the winners are Nick Roth of the Cape Gazette in second place, and Dandon Zhao of the Enterprise in first place. In Division F, Elle Myers of the Montgomery County Sentinel places second, and her colleague Suzanne Pollock places first. In Division O, the winners are Ian Round of the Capital News Service placing second, and Lizzie Kane of the Baltimore Brew placing first. And the winner of Best in Show for our wild card category is Lizzie Kane of the Baltimore Brew for Amid Threatened Ice Raids, Safety at a Baltimore Library. Our next category is News-Driven Multimedia Storytelling. The winners in Division A are Jerry Houbraken of the News Journal in first place. In Division B, Graham Cullen of the Frederick News Post snags first prize. In Division C, Rose Velasquez and Kaisha Young of the Daily Times win first prize. In Division D, the winners are Jeremy Cox of the Bay Journal in second prize and winning first prize as well. Congratulations, Jeremy. In Division E, the winners are Nick Roth and Rob Waters of the Cape Gazette sweeping both first and second prizes. Congratulations. In Division F, our winners are Carly Milligan, placing second for the Baltimore Business Journal, and her colleague, Morgan Eichensauer, placing first. And Best of Show goes to Rose Velasquez and Kaisha Young of the Daily Times. For 10 years later, Sarah Foxwell's kidnapping and murder still felt. Congratulations. Our next category is business reporting. In Division A, the winners are Maddie Lauria of the News Journal in second place, and Kevin Rector of the Baltimore Sun in first. In Division B, Erica Riley of the Frederick News Post places second and first, sweeping the category. In Division C, Mary Grace Keller and John Kelvey team up to win second prize, and John Kelvey alone of the Carroll County Times snags first. In Division D, the winners are David Anderson of the Aegis in second place, and Patty Restivo of the Laurel Leader in first place. In Division E, the winners are George Berkheimer of the Business Monthly in second place, and first prize goes to Karen McGill of the Coastal Point. In Division F, the winners are Amanda Yeager of the Baltimore Business Journal in second place, and Jose Umania of the Prince George's Sentinel in first prize. In Division O, the winners are Josh Kurtz of Maryland Matters snagging second prize, and Teresa Johnson snagging first for the Capital News Service. And the winner of Best of Show goes to Karen McGill of the Coastal Point for It Takes a Village. Congratulations, Karen. Our next category is medical science reporting. In Division A, the winner is Meredith Cohn of the Baltimore Sun in second place, and Meredith Newman of the News Journal in first place. In Division B, the winners are Naomi Harris of the Capital in second place, and Heather Mongilio and Wyatt Massey of the Frederick News Post in first place. In Division C, John Kelvey of the Carroll County Times wins second prize, and Kelly Powers of the Daily Times wins first place. In Division D, the winners are Emily Rosenthal of the Catholic Review in second place, and Mary Ellen Hackett, again of the Catholic Review, in first place. In Division E, the winners are Taylor DeVille of the Enterprise in second place, and first prize goes to George Berkheimer of the Business Monthly. In Division F, the winners are Suzanne Pollock sweeping the category for the Montgomery County Sentinel. In Division O, the winners are Natalie Jones of the Capital News Service in second place, and Fern Shen and J.M. Giordano of the Baltimore Brew in first prize. And the best of show goes to Kelly Powers of the Daily Times, for firefighters are heroes, but who's watching out for them when it comes to suicide? Congratulations, Kelly. Our next category is education reporting. In Division A, the winners are Talia Richmond of the Baltimore Sun, sweeping both first and second prizes. In Division B, Katrina Pereira of the Frederick News Post wins second prize, and Katrina, along with her colleague Heather Mongilio, win first. In Division C, the winners are Brooke Schultz of the Delaware State News in second place, and Tim Curtis of the Daily Record in first place. In Division D, the winners are Emily Rosenthal of the Catholic Review in second place, and her colleague Paul McMullen in first. In Division E, the winners are George Berkheimer of the Business Monthly in second place, and Melissa Steele of the Cape Gazette in first place. In Division F, the winners are Jessica Ricks of the Prince George's Sentinel in second place, and Kathleen Stubbs wins first for the Montgomery County Sentinel. In Division O, the winners are Lisa Nevins-Locke of Maryland Matters in second place, and Mark Reuter, Fern Shen, and J.M. Giordano of the Baltimore Brew win first prize. And the best of show for education reporting goes to Mark Reuter, Fern Shen, and J.M. Giordano of the Baltimore Brew for campus and community debate private police force plan for Johns Hopkins. Our next category is environmental reporting. In Division A, the winners are Maddie Lauria of the News Journal in second place, and Kevin Rector of the Baltimore Sun in first place. In Division B, Rachel Pacella of the Capitol wins second prize, and Samantha Hogan and Heather Mongilio of the Frederick News Post win first. In Division C, Connie Connolly of the Star Democrat wins second place, and Julia Wrench of the Daily Times wins first. In Division D, the winners are Jeremy Cox and Timothy Wheeler of the Bay Journal in second place, and their colleague Whitney Pipkin snags first. In Division E, the winners are Melissa Steele, Ryan Mavity, and Chris Flood of the Cape Gazette in second place, and Mark Smith of the Business Monthly in first place. In Division F, Suzanne Pollock of the Montgomery County Sentinel wins second prize, and Dan DeVillio of the Kent County News wins first. In Division O, the winners are Mark Reuter of the Baltimore Brew in second place, and Mark teaming up with David Plimmer, again for the Baltimore Brew, winning first. And the best of show for environmental reporting goes to Kevin Rector of the Baltimore Sun, for from Tiny Cove Point on the Chesapeake, tankers take natural gas around the world. At what cost? Our next category is arts or entertainment reporting. In Division A, the winners are Chris Kaltenbach of the Baltimore Sun in second place, and Christina Tasic, also of the Baltimore Sun, winning first. In Division B, the winners are Crystal Shelley of the Frederick News Post in second place, and Celine Sanfelice of the Capitol in first. In Division C, John Kelvey of the Carroll County Times snags second prize, and Marcus Dieterle of the Cecil Whig wins first. In Division D, Mary Tillman of the Catholic Review wins first prize. In Division E, the winners are Aaron Leibel of the Washington Jewish Week in second place, and Jesse Berman of the Baltimore Jewish Times in first place. In Division F, the winners are Jessica Ricks of the Prince George's Sentinel in second place, and in first place, sweeping the category. Congratulations, Jessica. In Division O, the winners are Brandon Weigel of the Baltimore Fish Bowl in second place, and Fern Shen of the Baltimore Brew in first place. And the best of show for arts and entertainment reporting goes to Fern Shen of the Baltimore Brew for Tucked Away in Southwest Baltimore, the low-key cool jazz club of your dreams. Congratulations, Fern. Our next category is religion reporting. In Division A, the winners are Jonathan Pitts, sweeping the category for the Baltimore Sun. In Division B, the winners are Heather Mongilio and Wyatt Massey of the Frederick News Post in second place, and Celine Sanfelice of the Capitol in first place. In Division C, the winners are Carl Hamilton of the Cecil Whig in second place, and Connie Connolly of the Star Democrat in first place. In Division D, the winners are Cody Boatler of the Towson Times in second place, and Paul McMillan of the Catholic Review in first place. In Division E, the winners are Jacqueline Hyman of the Washington Jewish Week in second place, and Alana Haynes of the Howard County Times in first place. In Division F, the winners are Angela Price and Christian Jamie of the Bay Times in second place, and Lynn Parks of the Seaford Star in first place. In Division O, the winner is Elliot Davis of the Capitol News Service. And the best of show goes to Celine Sanfelice of the Capitol for Annapolis Reverend Wives. Congratulations, Celine. Our next category is growth and land use reporting. In Division A, the winners are Meredith Cohn of the Baltimore Sun in second place, and Xerxes Wilson and Maddie Aloria of the News Journal in first place. In Division B, the winners are Colin McGuire of the Frederick News Post in second place, and Kate Masters, his colleague, in first place. In Division C, Rose Velasquez and Sarah Swan of the Daily Times take second place, and Samantha Subin of the Daily Record places first. In Division D, Jeremy Cox of the Bay Journal wins first prize. In Division E, our winners are Carolyn Proctor and Stephanie Redding of the Washington Business Journal in second place, and Andy Medici of the Washington Business Journal, their colleague, winning first. In Division F, the winners are Jose Umania of the Prince George's Sentinel in second place, and Morgan Eichensauer of the Baltimore Business Journal in first place. In Division O, the winners are Fern Shen, Ed Guntz, and J.M. Giordano of the Baltimore Brew in second place, and the Brew crew is at it again, with Mark Reuter and Ed Guntz winning first prize. And the best of show goes to Andy Medici of the Washington Business Journal for Crunch Time. Congratulations, Andy. Our next category is public notice reporting, and in Division A, Nick Perez and Carl Baker of the News Journal win first place. In Division C, Kelly Powers of the Daily Times wins first. In Division E, Chris Flood of the Cape Gazette wins first prize. And in Division F, the winners are Josh Shannon of the Newark Post in second place, and his colleague, Brooke Schultz, wins first. And the Best of Show for Public Notice Reporting goes to Nick Perez and Carl Baker of the News Journal for Mystery Surrounds DEA Raid of Trolley Square Pain Clinic. And that concludes our reporting categories and award winners. Our next award is the Best Moves Award. We talked about this award on Monday. And to refresh your memory, Best Moves is a new category that asks nominees, what was the most important thing your organization did this year? Ideas implemented could be from advertising, circulation, or the newsroom. We learned about our two nominees on Monday and have been recording your votes all week. If you haven't seen the video, check it out on our YouTube channel at MDDC Press. Our two nominees were the Baltimore Sun for their Diversity Committee and the Business Monthly for their publication redesign. Let's briefly learn about each of their initiatives. For the Baltimore Sun Diversity Committee, Sun publisher and editor-in-chief Trif Alatzis wrote in his nomination letter, early in 2019, the Sun launched a creative, urgent initiative to build a more diverse, inclusive culture to our coverage and our newsroom. In a time when new committees may start with a flare and fade, no one could have foreseen how far and fast our newsroom would go. Veteran features writer John Williams set the pace with a memo, whipping out a detailed vision and strategies that could lead us to the next level. A year later, we are the first newsroom in the country slated to undergo the Maynard Institute's new content audit. Every journalist in our newsroom engaged in intense diversity training and will soon analyze their work. This spring, we'll have the results. That's just one piece of many specific steps that are shifting the way we report and write. We now have a database of more than 100 diverse sources to bring different voices to our stories. We are developing a newsroom resource to guide our team on appropriate and inclusive language. The work continues on to build a stronger and more diverse newsroom. Our second nominee is the Business Monthly. In 2019, the Business Monthly team believed that their best move was a makeover. They decided that the product in 2018 seemed dated. They wanted to use design, color, bolder headlines, pullouts and subheads, and other techniques to increase readership, expand awareness, and improve ad sales. It's worked. The content and ads were laid out and sold in modular formats for ease of reading and to remove clutter. The results exceeded their expectations. Distribution and readership increased significantly. They started the 2019 year printing 16,000 copies with about 20% returns, and as 2020 begins, they now print 25,000 and picking up less than 2%. The redesign provided a significant spark to increase distribution, readership, and advertising, and it also set the stage for future growth. Now the votes are in and tallied, and let me tell you, it was fast and furious. We received over 150 votes, and the winner is the Baltimore Sun for their Diversity Committee. Congratulations. You can learn more about the Baltimore Sun's initiatives in an upcoming episode of our podcast, 5 Dubs. We now come to the Courage in Journalism Award. MDDC initiated the Courage in Journalism Award last year, noting that a free press cannot be swept aside or silenced. This award honors acts of courage in journalism and strength in adversity while uncovering truth. The Courage in Journalism Award was established in memory of those killed at the Capitol Gazette in Annapolis in 2018 and in honor of those who survived. Our entries were judged by MDDC Press Foundation board members. Let's meet our 3 nominees. Our first nominee is the Baltimore Sun. In their nomination letter, they write, "In July 2019, Baltimore awoke to discover it had been identified by the President of the United States as the absolute worst place in the country and unfit for human life. No human being would want to live there," Donald Trump tweeted, describing Maryland's largest city as a rat and rodent-infested mess, among other things. The venomous fusillade, startling in its hateful language and lack of empathy for fellow Americans, required a counterpunch of equal heft and impact, regardless of how unpopular it was likely to make the editorial board with Trump supporters and many Sun readers. The effort was led and launched by editorial writer Peter Jensen, who wrote the first editorial, "Better to Have a Few Rats Than to Be One," which defended Charm City and detailed the president's own shortcomings in blunt, no-holds-barred terms. The news staff also responded rapidly with articles on the true state of conditions in Cummings District, what it's like, what the people who live there think about it, and their reaction to Trump's attack. Our second nominee is the Capital Gazette. Rick Hutzel, the editor of the Gazette, writes in his nomination letter that Alex Mann joined the Capitol newsroom in January as our crime and justice reporter. But he knew that by agreeing to take the job, he would have perhaps the most unusual assignment of his career. Alex would be assigned to cover the trial of the man charged with killing 5 members of the Capitol Gazette staff in June 2018. Alex briefly knew 4 of the 5 victims. He had worked as a reporting intern in the summer of 2017. In interviewing him for the job, I made sure he understood that there might be a moment when he would see autopsy photos introduced in court for people he once worked with. In addition to reporting on the trial of a man charged in multiple homicides, he knew that many of those still working in the newsroom as it returned to the job of covering this community. That meant his daily stories might trigger stress reactions in people working nearby, and interviews about the story would have to be done discreetly. Alex has managed both the story and the human elements of his assignment better than anyone else I could imagine. This newsroom, while a victim of this crime, had to be a central part of the coverage of the trial. Failing to do so would have been handing a victory to the man who killed our colleagues, silencing the Capitol on one of the most important stories in its history. Alex's professionalism, grace, and above all courage has made that possible. Our final nominee is the Montgomery County Sentinel. Jose Umania and Daniel Kuchin Jr. detailed the efforts of the Montgomery County Sentinel staff to cover the scandal and resulting court case involving sexual assault in the junior varsity football locker room at a local high school in Damascus, Maryland. The court case turned a vocal community insular and defensive as media came asking questions about what had happened. News reporter Kathleen Stubbs and sports writer Carlos Alfaro Rodriguez dealt with pushback and difficulties in reporting several stories surrounding the case and the community. The Montgomery County Sentinel team was able to continue its job in reporting despite attempts to shield those stories from being told. And the winner of our Courage in Journalism Award is the Montgomery County Sentinel. The judges noted that the Sentinel's coverage pushed back against resistance. The staff had difficulty getting the information and had to work in ways they normally didn't have to work. It took tenacity, and it would have been easier to drop it entirely. But the small, dedicated staff of the Sentinel was undeterred. Congratulations to the Montgomery County Sentinel. And now we come to the News Organization of the Year. As you may know, the News Organization of the Year is determined by totaling up the point values of all the first and second place wins by an organization in the contest. Let's meet our News Organizations of the Year by division. For Division O, our online-only publications, the winner is the Baltimore Brew. In Division F, the winner is the Baltimore Business Journal. In Division E, the winner is the Cape Gazette. In Division D, the winner is the Catholic Review. In Division C, the winner is the Daily Record. In Division B, the winner is the Frederick News Post. And finally, our Division A winner is the Baltimore Sun. Congratulations to all of our winners and nominees in the 2019 contest. We are proud of the work that you have done and look forward to reading your amazing work in the 2020 contest. Thank you to our sponsors, Ask CRM, Stevenson Online, and Friends to Follow. Please join us at our website, MDDCpress.com, for the full winner list and gallery of award-winning work. Congratulations to all our award winners and nominees. This concludes the MDDC Press Association program for the 2019 awards. I hope you enjoyed it and learning about the amazing journalism that's happening in our region. If you want to get a head start on reading next year's award-winning entries, go on over to mddcnews.com. The Press Association aggregates the headlines for most of our member publications. In the meantime, we will be posting a full list of winners and their amazing work on our own website, mddcpress.com. Thanks so much. We'll see you again next time. And cheers to our winners.